Welcome back to the Benning Report. And the tanks come rolling in. 5 years after the decision was made to combine infantry and armor training, the first wave of the armor tanks move into the Maneuver Center of Excellence, providing medal proof of the marriage between the two institutions. Our Ron Andrus captures history as the Iron Tsunami hits Fort Benning.
That's right, Susanna. Amidst all the media attention and fanfare, the first of the Armor School's big guns have arrived here on post. After much anticipation, the first 5 M1A2 Armor School tanks were loaded onto rail cars at Fort Knox, Kentucky, and then hauled by freight train to Fort Benning, Georgia.
This is a necessary precursor to the arrival of the school. They represent the first 5 tanks of about the 180, 190 or so that we'll bring down here from the Armor School to support Armor School instruction here at Fort Benning. We're platform-based in the armor community, so the armor platforms are an integral part of how we train.
The tanks traveled through Kentucky, Tennessee, and Georgia before rolling onto post through Sand Hill and finally docking at the Ochille railhead.
Today is significant because these are the first 5 tanks that are being transferred here from Fort Knox. They'll be used for this digital range certification, and then they'll subsequently be used to train entry-level privates and lieutenants of the armor profession.
When the big guns arrived, the crews wasted no time getting them offloaded and ready to roll.
I think it was a great opportunity for us to rehearse what will be the much larger move to come. There is a lot of coordination that has to take place to railload the tanks and have the appropriate folks on hand down here at Fort Benning to offload them from the rail cars and then move them to the site where they'll be located.
Once they were unchained and off the rails, the 5 metal beasts were fueled up and hit the road.
We want to move these tanks very proudly today. We are going to road march them or move them by their own power from here to the Kelly Hill Motor Pool, where they'll be tucked away and prepared for the range certification.
This is pretty significant. A lot of eyes are on this right now. These tanks will be used to support the development and the activation of the DMPRC, but also to support the rest of our ranges as they come online, Stationary Gunnery 1 and Stationary Gunnery 2.
The 500 killers convoyed up 4 miles of tank trails and maneuvered through Kelly Hill to the motor pool, where they'll be checked and serviced from top to bottom and readied for their first mission here at Fort Benning.
This is the most current tank that's available in the U.S. Army. And of course, we use those to instruct our 19-kilo armor crewmen in 19-kilo OSIT. And we also use it to train our armor lieutenants in the Basic Officer Leader course.
Historic day, very historic day.
These same M1A2s behind me will make Fort Benning history again later this month when they roll out and start lighting up the new digital tank ranges and help bring them online.
Ron, when will the rest of the tanks be shipped to Fort Benning?
Well, the remaining 183 tanks and several hundred other heavy support vehicles and equipment will start shipping out here next spring throughout the summer. And of course, I'll be out here to bring you all the action and excitement.